N-G-U-T. We're still talking about so-called North America because we're still talking Florida and Mexico, China. Interesting. And what's on here? Tibet. T-H-E-B-E-T. Tibet, right? Tibet. So in India Superior is Tibet. Got it. And India Superior is Tibet. Now, did they put it on this map? No. But they said Cathay, right? Cathay is China, right? So you got old China here, La China right there, India Superior, and then Kapango would be right here in the middle. Kapangu. So Japan is here, China is here, Cathay, right? Cathay, where the Great Khan of China is. And then here's Florida, right, for orientation purpose. Right in your face, man. Florida. So China, Great Khan of China, Cathay is Kateo. And on this map, Cathay is Kateo or Kataja. They put a J-A. One letter rule, Horse Butler. And yes, there is Tangu, and yes, there is Tibet. Tibet. So over here in North America is the real Tibet, India Superior, Cathay, China, Japan, man. This is a new world to them, but this is also Greenland. This is also Greenland. All right, man. We'll be back. So, yeah, I guess the $64 million question is, are the so-called Native Americans getting jammed up because of their real right and claim and birthright? You know, is it really American? Is it really copper color race found here American? Or have they, just like the Greenlandians, been put up as stewards to claim these titles for a time, right? They got their reservations, casinos, they got their things popping. For a time, they were in their own version of white heaven. Because were they the same Tecumseh Nagas found here? Huh? Was it their face on the Barbados penny? Found in the Americas? So are they being shaken up? Because even their titles were built on false grounds.
Tribal members who were picked up by ICE in a community called Little Earth right here in Minneapolis, St. Paul. And one of them has been released, but they couldn't locate the other three. So the council members here, they're all elected officials of the Oglala Sioux tribe. And they gained access to the facility and they couldn't find their three tribal members. They claim that they're not classifying them by...
And a lot of them fit right in with the same classification as the Latino community, Hispanic community, right? So, and love to all my Nagas, man. I got homies and brothers and family, whether they so-called white, so-called Latino. It's not about none of that. We just trying to, put together the puzzle. Why are they over here jamming them up, right? Could they jam them up if they were actually Native? And the ones they're not jamming up, they're calling black, which are really copper-colored races found here, are really the Saracens, invaded. I'm just saying, these Saracens invaded are the real Israelites. And this is where they get Russia. Russia's named after these Rus, and X is marking the spot. Now we can talk North Pole. Are they them? Or are they claiming our titles like everybody else? Is everybody benefiting from white heaven now being shaken up is the question.
Their nationality, which tribal members are also citizens of the United States since 1924. There's no...
A citizen is like a slave, right? I know, paperwork, but a citizen, by definition, is a slave. So you're saying that we became slaves to the corporation and therefore you can't do nothing with us, but You gave up your rights by becoming a citizen. If you native, that means you Tecumseh fighting to get the hijack off your land. I'm just saying. You can't claim to be native and claim to be a citizen, man.
Nobody more American than American Indians.
No, there's nobody more American than the copper-colored races found here who are the originals. Originals. Saracens invaded. Yes, I'm talking about the New World. We talking New World, right, boss?
But they were unable to find them here today, and so they're going to continue on. They got some contact information. They love the fact that you're here, that everybody's here, and they're going to be giving out tribal IDs to their tribal members who are in Minneapolis, St. Paul, at the American Indian Center down on Franklin Avenue.
Hey, man, I pray for everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's being displaced and feels, you know what I'm saying, the type of way and disenfranchised, but we just get into the root of it all, man, get into the bottom of it, man. Like, why is it happening? What gives them the right? Could it be the lack of a true birthright? You know what I mean? Why can't they fade these now? You know, they could send National Guards and do their police shootings and do all this stuff. That's how they get. That's how they get at us. But before that, they invaded us, man. The copper color races found here. That's who. They can't ship us nowhere. We're the ones they just invaded. Saracens. I said Saracens. You know? Now they being jammed up. You know what I mean? Now they being jammed up. And a lot of Nagas, you know, or, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the Hispanic Latino community, they claim Native American descent. So it's one community, Native American, Hispanic, they claim Azteca, they claim all these things, you know what I'm saying? So they're another community that gets shaken up when we wake up. Just like there's earthquakes and volcanic activity when the dragons wake up, the same happens when these dragons wake up, right? When these dragons wake up, these Americans, they suddenly become fierce and violent by default of seeing clearly. Because who doesn't harm when you see clearly? The ones that's hiding their hand, right? Male or female, this man or woman is a dragon. Comet Atlas, right? We're going to get a Comet Atlas up there. I got y'all. Because they got real quiet about this dragon, fiery, shooting meteor. But a dragon is also a person, fierce or violent. And the only time you will be considered fierce or violent is if you see clearly. Then they will call you the one with the deadly glance because you fierce and violent. And the one with the paralyzing sight because your sight, your light, your white shakes up the pretending drakes, man, the pretending dragons.